Nothing better on a hot day like this than a tall glass of
Microjig, maker of the gripper. Work safer, work smarter.
Some of those big box furniture retailers have some really cool designs. I saw this little end table on one website and I just loved everything about it except the price. I went to 4 different stores to try to find those round baskets in the picture and I couldn't find them. I eventually found these for only $3 at Michael's, a craft store. I can build the entire project using just a portion of this single board. First I'm going to square it up using my homemade edge jointer. I'm cutting this long piece for all 4 of the legs to its exact size. And this shorter piece is going to be for all 4 of the cross braces. This little cutoff will come in handy for testing out my dados. If you don't have dado blades, you can certainly use a router table. I'm going to set a stop block 3 inches over from the blades. I'm going to use this scrap of plywood to make test cuts for each dado. My dado stack isn't wide enough to cut that groove in one pass. So what I can do is start moving this stop block over a little bit at a time, each time cutting a little bit on the actual board and then switching back to my test board back and forth until I get it right. Now I can slide this stop block over enough to complete the cut. I'll run a test and see if I got it right on the first try. And that's a big nope. So I'll move it over a little bit more. And it looks like I overshot it just a little bit. I'd like it a little more snug than that. So I'll back this up just a hair. But what's super cool is that I planned ahead and I did a dado on this side of my test board too. That's a little closer than that first one. Yeah, I'd like it a little tighter, but I'd also kind of like to get on with my life. Now I can test my woodworking confidence and make that cut on my actual board. And there you have it. It's now too tight. I'll use my analog micro adjuster. There. This time feels right. Okay, here goes. Yes! Yes! I did it! Woo-hoo-hoo! This shorter piece for the cross braces should be a little easier because I only need to cut 1 dado in the center. And I'll do the same procedure again. Now it's just a matter of cutting strips out of both of these. I've got my blade raised up so I can set my rip fence to the thickness of this board. The cross braces are 2 different sizes, so I'm going to cut the 2 long ones first. Now I'll cut the 2 shorter cross braces down to their lengths. I think I just experienced a woodworking moment that won't get any better than this, ever. Look at this, these are my half-lap joints. Check that out. I don't think I've ever made a half-lap joint that perfect. I almost feel like I should end the project there. Just frame this, end it on a high note. Thanks for watching, everybody. Drive safely. I think maybe I'll just take this around town and just show people that. I'll glue these together. Man, that's a really good half lap. Hey, here's a tip for all you single guys. If you meet a girl that you kind of like, take her over to your place and say, hey, you want to see my half laps? Not a lot to this project, is there? That's a good half lap. Did I mention that? Hey, it's half of my logo. Those are all dry now and I've sanded them nice and smooth and they even look better. Now I can pound them all into these leg dados and you know what? I'm not even gonna test fit it. I'm just gonna glue it. Just go for it. Measure once, cut once, like a boss. finishing this with a few coats of spray lacquer. If you'd like to make this project, I do have a set of plans down in the description, although you'll probably have to adjust those depending on the size of baskets that you can find. And you certainly don't have to join this all together the way I did. You could just put some fasteners through the sides like the IKEA version. Hey, if you guys like this show, I'd love to have you vote to nominate it for a Streamy Award this year. This is the first year that they're having an education, science and educational category, I guess they call it. So if you can take just a minute to vote, there's a link down in the description and it just takes one click and we'll see what happens. It'd be cool if woodworking was represented. And I want to thank you all for continuing to watch Woodworking for Mere Mortals. I really appreciate all your support. I'll see you next Friday. What's the secret to perfect dovetail joints? Lowered expectations. How much do materials usually cost for my projects? When are you gonna do the chest piece? What advice do I have on using MDF? What kind of glue would I use for making a drinking cup? Have I ever purchased wood from a mail order catalog? Wait, they still make catalogs?
I'm a Mimo from Bushnell, Florida.